Welcome back to this version of Miss Max Academy. In this episode, we're going to learn to use inverse trig functions to find a missing angle in a right triangle. Notice here, we're looking for an angle in a right triangle. Let's start by identifying or circling the angle in question. This is the angle I'm looking for. Let's now label the three sides of our right triangle. We label the three sides as opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. We know the hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. So let's label that HYP. We know the circle touches two sides of the triangle. One of them is the hypotenuse, and the other side is called the adjacent side. Let's label it as ADJ. And that means the side which is labeled with the number 20 must be the side opposite the given angle, or the angle we're looking for. In this particular problem, I need to look at the opposite side and the hypotenuse because they're both labeled with numbers. So I'm just going to cross off the adjacent side. I don't need it for this problem. The acronym we use for trig and inverse trig functions is SOHCAHTOA. The sine function is opposite over hypotenuse. The cosine function is adjacent over hypotenuse. And the tangent function is opposite over adjacent. So which of these three functions, sine, cosine, or tangent, uses opposite and hypotenuse? And the answer to that question is the sine function. We are looking for an angle here, so we know we're going to use the inverse sine function. When looking for an angle, we use inverse functions. So let's label this angle as angle X. We will say angle X is equal to the sine inverse of the side opposite, which is 20, over the hypotenuse, which is 21. And that's all the work we have to show. The rest we're going to do in our calculator. Take out your calculator and find the sine inverse of 20 divided by 21. And we get angle X is roughly 72.2. So rounded to the nearest whole number, X is approximately 72 degrees. Tune in again for the next episode of Miss Max Academy.